You may never see the forest that grows from the seeds you plant in the dark, but that does not make the shade any less real for those who will one day rest beneath it. Welcome back, friends. Have you ever felt like a ghost in the machine? In a world that counts our value in clicks and metrics, it is so easy to believe that our small, quiet choices do not really matter. We carry this heavy weight, a silent belief that if our kindness is not seen by thousands, it did not really happen. This is the shadow of impact nihilism. We begin to feel that because we are small, we are also meaningless. But today we want to invite you to pause. We want to show you that you are not just a spectator in this world, you are a vital thread in a global tapestry. Every choice you make is a seed planted in the dark, and even if you never see the forest, the shade it provides is very real. Let us travel together to a rainy gray afternoon in Portland, Oregon. Imagine the inside of a city bus. The air is thick with urban silence, that heavy damp quiet where we all pretend the person sitting 3 inches away from us does not exist. Outside, the rain streaks the glass. Inside, it is no warmer. We see passengers with clenched fists in their laps. Eyes meet by accident and dart away instantly. It is a space where we are all bracing ourselves against the world, retreating into our own private struggles and the weariness of the day. In that moment, the bus is not a community, it is just a collection of isolated islands, each of us feeling a little more alone than the person next to us. But then something shifts. As the bus pulls onto First Street, the driver's voice crackles over the intercom. He does not announce a stop. Instead, he says, "I am stopping at every bus stop downtown, so do not ring the bell." Let us not interrupt Vivaldi. Suddenly, the crisp, joyful notes of Vivaldi's The Four Seasons spill from the speakers. The driver had made a unilateral decision to share a moment of beauty. The spell of isolation broke in an instant. The narrator of this story tells us that people who had been staring at the floor suddenly turned in their seats. They looked at each other. They smiled. Every face was laughing. In 3 minutes, one man's small creative whim had rewired the nervous system of an entire group of strangers. He reminded them that they were human and they were together. We often think we need a stage to change the world, but this driver transformed his world with a cassette tape and a bit of empathy. He showed us that even a mundane metal box on wheels can be made into a sanctuary. When we choose to inject beauty into a cold space, the frost begins to melt. Albert Schweitzer once said, "Constant kindness can accomplish much." As the sun makes ice melt, kindness causes misunderstanding, mistrust, and hostility to evaporate. By simply refusing to interrupt the music, that driver allowed the hostility of a long day to evaporate for everyone on board. If a small act can change the atmosphere of a room in an instant, we must also remember that our choices can travel across oceans and through decades. In her 20s, Jacqueline Novogratz had a favorite blue wool sweater stitched with images of zebras and Mount Kilimanjaro. But it became a source of pain. One day at school, a peer shouted a cruel, humiliating comment about her body, using the sweater as the target of the joke. Crushed and feeling small, Jacqueline ran home and ceremoniously dumped the sweater at a Goodwill. She wanted the memory gone. She wanted to erase the sting of being mocked. She threw it away, thinking it was just a discarded piece of clothing, a symbol of a moment she wanted to forget. 11 years passed. Jacqueline was now thousands of miles away in Kigali, Rwanda, working on a project to help women find dignity through small loans. While out for a jog on a dusty street, she saw a young boy running toward her. He was wearing a bright blue sweater with zebras. Stunned, she stopped the boy and asked to see the collar. She turned it over, and there in her own handwriting was her name, Jacqueline, still on the tag. 5,000 miles and a decade of time vanished in a heartbeat. The sweater she had discarded in a moment of shame had traveled across the globe to warm a child who had almost nothing. This encounter redefined everything for Jacqueline. It was the physical proof that we are never truly off the hook. Our discarded items are casual gifts, and our quietest choices have a long tail. They weave unseen threads between our lives and the lives of strangers we will never meet. Mother Teresa put it beautifully, "I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples." That blue sweater was a stone cast in a moment of sadness that became a ripple of warmth on the other side of the planet. What these stories teach us is that your impact is both immediate and enduring. You are never truly invisible. When you choose integrity over ease or beauty over bitterness, you are building the architecture of a kinder world. You may feel like a ghost in the machine, but these invisible threads are what hold us all together. Our recommendation for you this week is to practice micromending. Find one small tangible gesture that is not for show or for the grid. Play the music. Give the sweater. Offer the quiet word of encouragement. Remember the sage's insight: you may never see the forest that grows from the seeds you plant in the dark, but that does not make the shade any less real for those who will one day rest beneath it. Your smallest acts are seeds. Plant them anyway. Now that you have seen how your smallest ripples can change the world, you might feel ready to build even deeper bridges with those around you. Our previous journey into authentic connection explores how one simple vulnerable question can unlock a world of kindness. We invite you to join us there and see how we can move from witnessing ripples to becoming true bridge builders. Thank you for resting your soul with us today. Until next time, keep planting your seeds.